Hey, what's going on, everyone? Servant RD Romant, how your kingdom of heaven is at hand. I'm here with another video. And I just want to touch on Goshen, how important it is for us to understand and connotation of this word Goshen as it is written in scripture. You know, Goshen was a land that was between Egypt and the promised land. It's very important for us to understand. And in Goshen, there was protection. Goshen was like a stronghold, was a hideout, a place of refuge. You know, in the book of Joshua, we read about the city of refuge. Goshen was like a refuge. It was a place of immunity. In 2024, during the election season, everyone was talking about police having immunity. Well, Goshen was a type and figure of us, the children of light, the children of Israel, having immunity against the activities that were happening all around. Goshen, it represented a place that was set apart, a covering. It was a shelter. And I just want to talk about that. Today you see everything that is taking place, and these deportations becoming more and more defined as we watch from the sidelines and watch the news. And we are seeing people upset, families are breaking up, and people, they do not like being treated like the children of Israel. You know, you see the Latinas, how they upset with us because we're not rallying in the streets. They want us to stand with them and fight because we have a certain power that the Most High endowed on us as a people based on all the things that we've gone through in the past. We paid the dues, and the debt has been paid through the mercy and through the patience of the Most High taking us through. Everybody want us to join in. The Palestinians, when they were being attacked, they looked to us. They looked to the quote unquote black community. They wanted us to assist. They say, why? How come the black community isn't standing up? The whole world knows the power that the Most High has given us through the circumstances and through all of the events that we had to endure. And so you have Hamites, you know, various people from the African diaspora, how they fled their country and came here to the United States. They came here because we fought to make this country what it is today. And people want to come here and they want to use our plight to, you know, navigate and to excel in this country. They cosplayed as us. They masqueraded themselves as, you know, blacks. And now that we're making a differentiation between us and them, they don't like it. So they now have disdain for us. You even have a whole lot of Hebrews upset and saying we need to do something. I look on my Facebook account and how people are upset. Covenant people, they want to, you know, stand for what's happening to these immigrants and not understanding that the Most High hand is all up and down in what's going on. Yeah, we understand that a lot of the covenant people are intertwined with some of the events that are happening. People are losing their jobs, and you have some of the covenant people that are numbered among those who are losing employment. And, you know, I'm not here to speak ill on a lot of our brothers and sisters that's caught up in the web, but they must understand the Most High hand is in this. I think about how the Asians used our plight and how they said that we were committing atrocities against them, when in fact it was mostly Gentiles that were, you know, oppressing them. But they looked to us because they knew if they included us, that it will make their cause and their goal into getting laws changed in their favor. They knew that it would hasten that effort. And so they were using us, and they had laws that were established, the Asian law that was passed, and we didn't have anything for us. Understand that the Most High, He was keeping account. His Malachim, they were keeping account on all the things that were done to other groups that came in and used our plight to get ahead. And we must understand, even Kamala, how she cosplayed. And she played a role as being a Hebrew, a black person, when she had absolutely no connection with us. Her father, Indian, her mother is a Caucasian, but she posed as us. She went to the universities and she got by on posing as us. And then when she got in position, she even used some of us to get ahead. Some of the black politicians, some of the Hebrew politicians, everyone know who we are. And it's time for us to understand what's been the agent that held us together. Even now, people are afraid. They're saying these deportations. And I talk to people at work and they tell me, they say, you know what, we're next. I'm told one friend of mine, well, one associate, a co-worker of mine, I told him, I'm like, why you keep saying we next, man? What can they do to us that they haven't done already? And it's time for us to understand, man. It's time for us to pull back and stand still. Just like Moses told the children of Israel thousands of years ago when he said, stand still and see the salvation of Yah. And even David, he chimed in and he said, be still and know that I am Yah. And this is what we must understand, because we see these changes that's occurring. And we see that with these changes, we see all these groups, even Caucasians, they feeling the impact, the blows that's coming against all the things that everyone that have used us to get ahead. It's like if you can open your spiritual eyes and look through the viewfinder that the Most High has provided in the spirit realm, in the dimension where only you as a Hebrew, only you as a covenant person can view, you would see that the Most High is allowing all of the activities that was used against us. The Most High is allowing the people that were involved. He allowing that to come back on them, everything that they have done, and the Most High just getting started. And we must understand what's really going on, because many of us, we are caught up. We run into and fro, we talking. I see people, they all on social media talking about, man, what are we going to do? It's time for us to stand for these people. It's time for us, the people losing the job. What are we going to do about it? We ain't going to do nothing. We're going to stand still and see the salvation of the Most High. And this is what this message is about. And I want to encourage you, if you know who you are. And who are we? We are children of the Most High. We're children of the light. We are the covenant people. We are not Christians as we thought we were. We're not Muslims. We're not Hindus. We're not Confucianists or Taoists. We are children of the Most High. We're not Christians, man. This is why Christianity is crumbling like a cookie. It's crumbling because the Most High is breaking down these infrastructures, brothers and sisters. Can't you see? Open your eyes and allow the Most High to substantiate who you are. The Most High want to stabilize you in this unstable society. He want you to be stationary and unshakable. And with that desire that the Most High has for you and me. We must understand who we are and what we've been through. Everything that we've been through, man, it was for our own edification. When I say edification, I'm talking about building up. The Most High been building us up. And when we step back and take a panoramic view from this time all the way back to our inception in this new and strange land, even through all of the deaths and through all the atrocities and through everything that they have done, we as a people, we are standing strong. Why? Because the Most High has protected us. There is a spiritual and a dimension that is outside of this reality that we in. And I call it a Goshen, a place of protection, a place of a stronghold that the Most High has put around us. He put a hedge around us like Job. And we must understand that it's time for us to stand. It's time for us to master what the Most High has endowed on all of us. We don't need to raise up and be rallying in the streets because we've done it already. We've been out in the streets. We've been running roughshod everywhere. We've been hollering. We've been holding up signs. And guess what? All these other nations want us to do that for them. But guess what? The Most High have stepped in and caused us to pull back and to remain stationary. We ain't got to raise our voices. We ain't got to be mouthing off threats and running all around in the streets, throwing those canisters out in the street after the police. We've done that. What's going on now? The Most High, He has allowed the circumstances to come into full fruition to where we don't have to do. We done it. We paid the dues. And it's time for us to allow the Most High to bring His prophecy code into full fruition. So it's time for us to step back in the midst of all this chaos and what's going on here in the United States and around the world. We seeing people being deported, all the things that Joe Biden and Kamala, what they have established, it's been revoked. And now people are hitting the panic button and they haven't even experienced a fraction, not even a half of a percent of what we have gone through. Let me tell you something, brothers and sisters, they really going to look to us, and they're going to look to us with reverence. Like the Most High said in Revelation, I will cause them to bow at your feet. As this Jeremiah said, he said that the nations will come to us and say, our fathers have taught us lies. Show us a way to the Father. It's time for us to pull back, man, and understand. And I want to talk about Goshen. This Goshen that was written in Exodus, the 9th chapter, the 8th chapter, and the 9th chapter. How the Most High protected us. This Goshen area that the Most High allowed us to live in, allowed us to dwell. It was a type of figure of Yah's ability to how He was raining down on all the nations around about. But He was also showing His ability to protect us. That's where we are, brothers and sisters. And so, like I said, Goshen is a type and figure of immunity. Just like all of you was talking about Trump was going to give the police immunity, where Yah has given us immunity. It's time for us to understand, get hip to what's going on. Stop being so emotionally charged. The power of the created order is on our side, brothers and sisters. It's time for us to remain calm. It's time for us to not allow them to push a button, because that's what they want. They want to push a button. They want us to be triggered, and they want us to get out there and rally in the streets and be all upset, running all here and there. We've done it. And so I want y'all to understand what Goshen really is. The type and figure of where we are today. We are figuratively in the land of Goshen, in the spirit realm and in our minds. And it's time for us to really meditate on that and understand what's going on. Goshen, it represents a bridge, brothers and sisters, an overpass. Remember I said that Goshen was a land between Egypt and Israel. So what is the connotation of Goshen when we see it being a land between Egypt and Israel? It's a connector. Right now, we are being connected to the promise. Remember the promised land. And the promised land is it represents the promise of the Most High. The Most High said He's gonna allow us to come out with great substance. We in Goshen now. We in that intermediate stage to where we about to exit into the promised land, y'all. Y'all need to wake up. Y'all need to understand what's going on. So Goshen is like an extension from bondage. Egypt represents bondage. Israel represents freedom. We are right in the middle. We are in Goshen. It represents it's like an overpass. And so we need to stand still. We need to quit making all this noise. We're making too much noise. Some of us. Many of us, we understand. You look over social media and you see everywhere people talking about, look, man, it's time for us to just lay back. It's time for us to take our rest. Man, we've been rallying and bullets being fired on us, lead bullets and rubber bullets. Man, we have went through a whole lot of changes in these United States. And it wasn't for naught. Those changes that we had to endure were nothing but validation in the heavens, in the earth, and underneath the earth. So you're talking about a container. Goshen is like the creation, the created order container. A container that represent a place where the heavens can look and behold the representatives of Yah and how they endured everything. And not only the heavens, everybody on earth, all nations in the earth, how they can look and how we are the example of Yah's formidable weapon. We are His example. We are His weapon. And the whole earth, they have been looking to us all along. It's time for us to realize this whole operation that's going on, man. Many of us, we still blinded. We are still blinded to what really is going on in the realm of eternal, beyond the everlasting hills, beyond the mountains of eternity. We got to look and behold and see what's happening and what's really taking place in our world today, brothers and sisters. In the midst of chaos, Goshen, it helps us to maintain our unshakable presence, an unshakable presence in the midst of chaos. That's Yah. Yah is unshakable, brothers and sisters. And that's what Goshen represents. See, I'm trying to give you various examples of what Goshen really is. I don't even know if there are many Hebrew Israelite people on YouTube or on social media that's really giving you these definitions of what is going on. You know, Yahshua, he talk about how people see, they got eyes but they can't see, they got ears but they can't hear. And people that's in all these different belief systems, you're going through the same rituals every Sunday, every week. You're hollering, you're trying to shout and have service. It's time for you to step back and take a look at what's really going on, brothers and sisters. Goshen, it represents Yah's refinery. You see, by us being the oath people, our presence in any situation in the world, our presence brings assurance or fear. Have you ever noticed a bunch of Hebrews coming in a certain area, people begin to fear? But other people, when they need to overcome the various obstacles that's in their path, they mimic us because our presence and everything that we have done, it substantiates assurance because we are the Most High's mouthpiece. We are the Most High's weapon, a formidable weapon. We are dreadful and we are intimidating to all the societies, all the kindreds in the earth. Why? Because the Most High has endowed on us through all that we've gone through. Through Goshen, that place between Egypt and Israel, the place that's between bondage and free. We must understand how powerful this Goshen is, brothers and sisters. So Goshen is a connector. Not only is it a connector, it's a conduit, brothers and sisters. We must develop the mindset of Goshen. With that mindset, we can't be easily provoked or rattled. They try to pull the trigger, try to trigger us. What Goshen did for us, it prepared us for this time. We have been prepared to go through all the things that the world is now suffering. Wake up, people! What's wrong with y'all? Come to grips with who you are and stop all this foolishness. We've been through everything that the heavens and that everything in the earth and that everything underneath of the earth can do to us. We are here, and it's for a reason. Quit being such cowards and stand still and let the Most High shine through you. Goshen represent shining and being illuminated by the power of the Most High. I don't know what else to tell y'all. You need to stop all this foolishness, people of the light. The Most High got us. Quit being so fearful and scared. Acting like a bunch of punks. Stand. Knowing that the Most High is on your side, brothers and sisters. A bunch of nonsense all on social media. Clamoring. Fretting. Oh, they're going to do this. Oh, they're going to do that. Oh, they're going to give police immunity. Now the police, they ain't got no immunity yet. Oh, we are next. Oh, they're going to do. Oh. I can see why the Most High got tired of the murmuring and complaining. Stand still. Oh, this bitching, moaning, and complaining. Stand up. And understand that this element that the Most High has allowed us to be refined in, called Goshen, is going to lead us to the promised land. That's all it is. You need to understand, man. The dues have been paid. The debt has been paid. Joshua, he came before us and he set the example of all the things that he been through. And in the end, he was arrayed in the glory of the Most High. And that's a type and figure of us. Stop being such cowards. You know what Revelation say. It talks about the coward. Understand what Goshen represents. This was a brief synopsis. This was not a lesson. I can get in a lesson and we can go from point to point and really break down what Goshen really represents. But that's only reserved to the brothers and sisters that come to our home when we sit down and really discuss these matters. This was a brief synopsis and an abbreviated version of what Goshen represents. This is your brother, Severin R.D., also known as Ramat. Peace.